This video is a little bit out of the ordinary for this channel. We normally cover aspects of creativity, but when YouTuber Britain Unbound told me about this crop circle, we had to go and join, and it's not really content that fits Britain Unbound, which is mainly British history. So we are going to be coming soon with some creativity with models and cry cut and different aspects of creativity. But here's something from my bucket list which is a little bit creative related, possibly. So we saw online cropcircleaccess.com list crop circles, and you do have to pay a small fee. But we wanted to go along and see one, so we hopped in the car and drove down to Wiltshire. And here we are in the middle of nowhere, strolling through a field. And the only condition of visiting is that you walk in the tram lines. The tram lines are these spaces here, these lines made by the tractors that seed the crop, water the crop, fertilise, spray pesticides, whatever other treatments are required. And to avoid damaging this crop, they always drive down the exact same lines, these tram lines. So we're heading down. It's a beautiful field in the middle of a dip between two ridges of hills. And right in the middle of this flat field are two sets of trees, and between them a crop circle appeared, and we'll see it from above in a minute, which makes it a lot clearer. But crop circles are always a bit of a topic for debate. What causes crop circles? Well, some people would tell you it's aliens that come down in UFOs, and the UFO creates the crop circle. I'd question why they all look a bit different, and they're very elaborate. They're quite organic in their patterns. And some would say they're man-made. So let's have a look at this and see how would you actually make one, because this isn't straightforward. If you have a look at the Nazca lines, from the ground they're just a row of stones. It could be the border to a field or some deposition from a geological formation. But when you see them from the air, you see an animal, a spider, a monkey, a creature. Well, these are very much the same. From the ground you can't really see much at all, but don't worry, they let us drone provided we kept it low and away from people and animals and observed all the normal rules. But as we stroll down there, take a look at the ground. I'm walking on a tram line, so this is where the wheels of a tractor have repeatedly knocked over any stalks that have grown or spread over the path of the tractor. And you'll see how very flat they are and how dried out, the way they've been bent. Now when we get to the crop circle, it's quite different. They've been uniformly pressed down, but they're not quite the same. So someone said to me, maybe it's a plank of wood with some rope at the end and they shuffle around. But to make these at night, it's not exactly easy. Now obviously at the gate they told me that the night before they discovered the crop circle, there were lights in the sky and people didn't know what they were, and when they came in the morning they found the crop circle. I'd say there was definitely lights, and I'm quite intrigued by it. But see how when you enter the crop circle itself, it's bent stalks. It's like they've been pressed down by a force, blown by a wind. And it's very symmetrical. It's beautiful. It's a fascinating thing to see. I can't tell you what made them, but I can tell you that it's quite fascinating. Although this is my first crop circle, I hope it won't be my last. I think they are things of beauty. It's quite a fascinating achievement to make these. Whatever made them, there's something interesting out there in Wiltshire. And just have the chance to walk in a field of swaying crop. That's the beauty of the English countryside. And I do generally observe the public rights of way, so it's not really something I get to do very often. Whatever it was, I hope you'll agree, but it's a beautiful crop circle, a fascinating pattern, and a bit of a riddle. What or who made this wonderful pattern? Because you see them fallen down and pressed down there. They're forced down. They're not really snapped. They're not crushed. They're not pulverized. They're swept down by a force. So I don't know what caused this crop circle, but I hope you enjoyed coming with us to deepest, darkest Wiltshire and walking through a field and seeing something really beautiful. I don't know if it's on your bucket list, but I'll definitely be going to one again. Because no matter how much I explored, how much I walked around this pattern, these swirls, the beauty of just the crop swaying in the wind, I can't explain quite what I see here. Maybe you can put your thoughts in the comments. Or subscribe. We're going to be coming back with a lot more content soon, very much creativity based. We'll be looking at some scale modelling, some crafting, and possibly some wine making if my yeast doesn't fail like it did with the banana wine recently. But look at this. Isn't it gorgeous? It's better than sitting at a desk today, isn't it? So do like and subscribe. Join us again, and I'll leave you with the sound of the crushed crop under our feet and the wind blowing down the valley.